This is the most powerful source of energy known to humanity. It fuels all the life around us, delivers breezy days and spectacular views. And yet for all its power, the sun can seem underutilized.
The energy is there. I mean, obviously the sun is providing tremendous amounts of energy to the earth every year.
The problem is, few people have figured out how to capture the nearly infinite energy of the sun to widespread effectiveness, energy that could, if fully harnessed, power a large portion of the planet in a practical and cost-effective manner. For decades now, scientists have been trying to perfect the solar cell, a device that captures the sun's energy and transforms it into electricity. These solar cells are called photovoltaics.
Photovoltaics are devices that turn sunlight directly into electricity, and they're usually made with semiconducting materials, things like silicon. So there's a fairly complicated process where you take sand, you turn it into a silicon wafer, and then you add some other materials to it. And that silicon, when the sunlight hits it, an electron becomes free and can pass out of the silicon wafer, the solar cell. That's those typical blue or black devices you've seen on the highway. And then it goes back into the system, runs the lights or charges a battery or whatever it may be.
This is important because perpetually increasing energy use and population growth means we're going to have to find many different alternatives to the finite sources of fuel like coal and oil. That means our students today will have to be the ones who take us to that next step in the rewriting of our energy footprint. And what better way to help students understand this than to teach them to make their own solar cells?
Believe it or not, you're going to make a solar cell using blackberry juice. And then you're going to take a second piece of glass that's clear from that kit that's in the bottom of your box. You're going to sandwich them together. You're going to put a binder clip on each side, but you're going to leave them shifted a little so you can clip your alligator clip wires.
As these teachers in the GreenSTEM at VCU program unravel the mystery of using and creating solar cells, they begin to see how powerful a lesson this plan will be for their kids.
I think the students will like it. It ties better with 7th grade, which is the life science. I'm at 8th grade. But if I get the 7th grade teachers to do it and show them with the photosynthesis, then I can pull it in 8th grade when we talk about alternative energies and energy conversion.
And so it's pretty exciting because you can literally, in just a few minutes, make a working solar cell. And if you have a good sunny day, you can take it outside and you can get some voltage and some current out of it. It's not super efficient when you make it with blackberry juice, but it illustrates the principle, and it's pretty exciting.
It did go back up.
Are you generating power?
Yes.
We are generating
and
power?
what we did is, because we saw it going down, so we added more of the iodine to see what effect it truly had, and it's going right back up.
Back inside, the teachers then take the solar experiment a step further, creating homemade water heaters using all of about $5 worth of material, combined with a generation of scientific study.
And this is a submersible pump, so it's going to go down in the cup that's going to be filled with water. And then you can either connect it directly to the solar cell, or you can use the little, we have a couple wires in there. You can extend that a little bit, might be helpful.
Miss Colleen are both from the same school.
Okay.
And so we decided to see which one was going to work better, the white box with the black tubing or the black box with the black tubing. So we're already experimenting to see what's going to happen. So.
And can you see bringing this to your students and having some effective lessons for your students?
Yes, because we have students that are behaviorally challenged, so doing hands-on activities like this is a really good thing for them. And I know that they would get a lot out of it and would love to go outside to do something and figure out, hey, I can do this, you know, and take away something from it.
I think it motivates them to learn, and also to see that you can do experiments. You don't have to have one of those science catalogs where you're buying only special people get to buy. You can go to the store and buy a lot of the stuff that we use, and they can experiment and do stuff at home.
Once again, it was a quick step outside to put the experiments to the test. Water that had been iced down just a few minutes earlier was now starting to warm up thanks to solar energy. Moments of success created new teaching methods for students.
See an increase of 7 degrees Celsius in 5 minutes.
but also being able to take that element that we truly do use the entire year of
Make it real life.
photosynthesis
Tie it back to everything else.
and really link it to it's initiating a power. What could they come up with in their lifetime? They could just use something as simple as chlorophyll to initiate some energy. Wow, that would be cool.
They're gonna love it. I teach 6th grade, and I mean, I can see starting this off at the beginning of the year when we do scientific investigation, because when we were working on it here, we were looking at, okay, how do we teach the variables and the constants and have the kids put this together. It took, what, 5 minutes to make it, cost you maybe $1, and it'll be great.
Teachers are able to take this information and help students apply this education to their service learning projects, like this solar-powered filtration pump in a bioretention pond in Chesapeake. Solar power also plays a large role at VCU's Inger and Walter Rice Center for Environmental Studies.
This was one of the first structures that was built at Rice, and they put solar panels on it to proactively provide some type of sustainable electricity to the building that was in the works. The electricity gets metered, then it gets shunted up to a smaller building that's outside of the large building at Rice, and then from there into the actual building. And most of the time the clock is running backwards on the electricity. We are not we don't receive money for it, but we gain credit with the power company. So we're adding money to the grid.
At this prototype home in the Science Museum of Virginia, solar energy is set up to power every single appliance in the apartment. To showcase how this innovation can be applied to everyday life, the U.S. Department of Energy sponsored a competition for engineering and architectural students. The task? Equip a condominium-sized home totally dependent on alternative energy solutions, including solar power. This wall of photovoltaic cells on the roof and side of the building pull in the sunlight and convert it to energy to power the home.
The contest involved full living in the house, dishwasher, shower, clothes washer and dryer, full use of all domestic energy applications, and they were required to operate in the house for 5 full days on battery power from the solar array on the roof, 8.4 kilowatts. It is a net zero installation. On the balance over a year's time, it contributes rather than takes away from the energy system of the museum. The east, west, and south walls are made from extruded polycarbonate with aerogel insulation in the middle. Aerogel is almost the lightest substance known to science, and it's an insulator used on the space shuttle.
Not far from the Model Energy Home, the Science Museum staff constructed another building with a unique and productive roof.
And it's not just a photovoltaic array, it's a 30-year roof. They're designed to look and behave like slate. In fact, it looks like slate from a distance.
One of the obstacles to widespread use of solar energy is cost. The other is space. Not outer space, but Earth space.
I think we probably need a breakthrough in photovoltaic systems. We're approaching $1 per watt installed, and as we move closer to that break point, we may see the point in which right now Germany has a huge installed base of photovoltaic arrays, but they're widespread and extensive subsidies. So tax dollars make a system affordable where in the natural economy they would not be.
The work done by scientists and engineers at the Science Museum of Virginia, Virginia Commonwealth University, and teachers in schools across Virginia in the GreenSTEM at VCU program will continue to energize the effort to make more efficient and cost-effective solar technology, adding one more valuable tool to the world of teachers and the world of alternative energy choices, and at long last harness the most powerful source of energy known to humanity.